If you're here, I'm gonna guess it's not a fluke and it's not an accident. You saw the thumbnail. You know that it's wrestling once again. So let me explain why it's not quite a retro review like it says. So I was out. I was walking around. I was checking out stuff. I won't go into this used media store, and what do I see? I see a DVD. Okay, cool. I'm a fan. Got a collection. It's big. But I've never owned Pro Wrestling Guerrilla content. I've never watched Pro Wrestling Guerrilla content. I lived out in California for a little while, but I didn't make it out to see a PWG show. So this particular show is from 2017. So, not yesterday, not right now. Thought when I saw it, I thought, oh, I'll do a retro review. Let's pop in that DVD, and I get 4 matches deep before it hits me. I'm like, wait a minute. These matches are long, and I'm pretty far into this thing. I know what the basic premise of this is. It's a massive tournament. I was like, I should pause and see how many matches on this DVD. I bet you there's more to this than what I own. Lo and behold, that's what happened. So I actually only watched stage 1 of the Battle of Los Angeles 2017. So I'm not really going to review it per se because it's not the whole thing. It's not like I can say, oh my goodness, this is the guy who won. I do believe he actually won. But the point is, I accidentally didn't buy the whole thing to review, but I'm still going to talk about it. It was the first time I ever watched Pro Wrestling Guerrilla, so I'm going to give you my overview, my thoughts on the product, what they delivered. One of the biggest problems I have with non-AEW or WWE wrestling is the audio. It used to be a big problem for Ring of Honor. Often is a problem for indie shows. So I only bought one because I saw more than one PWG DVD, but I bought this one because I was like, I'm gonna give this a shot, see what I think, and go back maybe for more if I want to. But before we get to that overview, that retro review, that conversation about Pro Wrestling Guerrilla, let me tell you about my 68-page graphic novel, Everlasting Survivors, all day long. First printings of the Jeff Hicks cover and the Nick Crook cover are available at Etsy.com. Once these covers sell out, there won't be more printed. There are 2 new covers for the second printing, one by Jeff Hicks and one by Fabry Ferdinand, the new artist for Volume 2 and onward. So, thanks for listening to the pitch. Thanks for clicking on the video. Thanks for being here. After the open, we'll talk about PWG Battle of Los Angeles 2017. I say we, but it's just me. I'm going to talk about PWG Battle of Los Angeles 2017, Stage 1, so just the first act, if you will, of this 3-night event. If I ever run into or get around to purchasing on the internet 2 and 3, talk about those. But for now, Stage 1 of Battle of Los Angeles on Mr. Super Oz. The introduction out of the way, the open done. Well, guess what, son? Everything changed between me shooting that and recording this. Big Daddy WWE came and struck me down. So, I want to talk about that a little bit. But first, I will talk about the Battle of Los Angeles 2017. In the first match in the first round of the Battle of Los Angeles tournament, we have the Machine, Brian Cage, taking on Desmond Xavier, who would later go on to WWE NXT and become Wes Lee. The match itself is freaking crazy, and that is the theme of the night. There is not a match on this DVD, that is not insanity. It's again, it's 2017, but I strongly feel, not just from this, but from people and things that I know from earlier iterations of PWG, that this promotion and indies in general has strongly influenced professional wrestling. Like I said, the Machine Brian Cage in All Elite Wrestling, Ring of Honor, now owned by Tony Khan, and Desmond Xavier goes on to become Wes Lee, also in WWE NXT. Again, big time wrestling. In the second match of the night, the villain Marty Scurll takes on Flash Morgan Webster. Once again, another WWE pickup. Currently working in WWE's UK branch of the NXT. So PWG once again showing off, saying, hey, we know good wrestling. We got it here in, Rosita, California? Something like that. Yeah, Rosita, California. Or Reseda, California. In this one, both these guys are crazy. Like, I believe Flash Morgan Webster, when he opened up with a headbutt and took down the villain, I thought it was over. Multiple times Marty being nefarious, cheating, throwing his opponent out. Just all kinds of fun stuff. And when it comes to pro wrestling, fun is what you want. Good, exciting, fun. Ray Phoenix of All Elite Wrestling against Ray Horace from Ring of Honor in the third match of the night. Again, just all-out action. In the prior one, you got the Battle of the Brits. This one, you got lucha craziness. But these folks just know how to go full-on crazy, and the crowd all up into it. The commentary, not holding back. That was one of the things about the entire DVD that blew me away is commentary, dropping any curse they want at any time, because, when it's not TV, you can feel free to go nuts. But fourth match of the night, tag team match, The Chosen Bros, Jeff Cobb, currently of United Empire and New Japan Pro Wrestling, teaming with Matt Riddle of WWE, Monday Night Raw, the Rated RK Bro, or I always want to say Rated RK Bro, just RK Bro. But if you ever had Edge up in there, call them Rated RK Bro. They take on the Monstars of Donovan Dijak. Thanks, WWE, getting me stuck on that whole Dominic Dijakovic crap. But Donovan Dijak teaming with Keith Lee, currently one half of the AEW World Tag Team Champions with Swerve Strickland. Again, crowd interaction turned up to 11. All these guys go at it hard, but they're all smiling and having a good time. Good wrestling is hard to come by, but not here in PWG. It's all you get. All the time, great wrestling. From that tag match, we move on to Penta. He's taking on Matt Sydal. So two All Elite Wrestling wrestlers going at it. Fast-paced, crazy action. Semi-main is Jonah Rock, formerly of WWE's NXT, Bronson Reed, taking on WWE's Cruiserweight Classic competitor and New Japan Pro Wrestling signed athlete Zack Sabre Jr. And in the main event, Ring of Honor's Flamita versus WWE's Ricochet. As I said, this DVD of PWG's Battle of Los Angeles is just a taste. It's volume 1 of a 3-night series. It just gives you a taste of what the future of wrestling was going to look like, because I swear there's not one person except for Marty Scurll, and if you count Ring of Honor, even there's not one person at this PWG show who isn't a part of, at some point, Ring of Honor, NXT, AEW, or WWE, or New Japan. But even the New Japan guys have appeared in either AEW or WWE. So my overall analysis of the surprise purchase of Pro Wrestling Guerrilla's Battle of Los Angeles Stage 1 2017 is. Check it out. I know myself personally, if I run across more Pro Wrestling Guerrilla, I'm going to pick it up. I'm going to try it out. I'm going to say, yes, please give me more, especially if it's something that is in the now. If it's like a 2021, 2022 kind of thing, 2023, that type of thing, yes, I want to see it because I want to see where wrestling is going in the future. But while we talk about wrestling, where it's going, where it's been, let's talk about the Big Daddy. Let's talk about WWE and the fact that they came not just after me, but after Pete Daddy Dollar over at the Place to Be Reviews, Etep Wakuian. So both of us had content taken down because of the man, because of WWE, because we put in something to promote them, to talk about them. And I just find it so ridiculous. I know myself personally, I don't make anything from YouTube videos. All YouTube videos to me is a way to say, hey folks, do you know that I wrote a 68-page graphic novel called Everlasting Survivors that has 2 covers available at Etsy.com right now. This is the Jeff Hicks cover. This is the Nick Crook cover. Interior is the same. The title, All Day Long, $20. Like I said, link in the description below. That's all I got a YouTube for, is to promote, to try and get the word out that there's product to be had, because once the audience is built, then there can be more. You know, I want to have as much Everlasting Survivors as I have The Boys or Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles or any number of products, Batman, Superman, all that stuff that's over on the shelf, but the product cannot continue. The product cannot grow if the big man, if the corporate people come down. So the reason this video is different, the reason this video is just one overlaid thing saying, hey, I watched the thing, and not a bunch of fancy change up and whatnot like I have been doing with the Wednesday night shows or trying to do on the Sunday shows, is because I don't know what's going to get me got. But I do know this. If you, the viewer, don't currently possess Everlasting Survivors All Day Long, a 68-page graphic novel by me, please go to the Etsy store, pick up a copy, because it's the only way. Like I said, these aren't monetized. I don't have piles and piles of money. Please head to the Etsy store, pick you up a copy, because I want there to be more. I want to be able to come here and say, here's what's coming next from Gamble Comics and Everlasting Survivors, and you have this and that and everything to look forward to, the hats and the t-shirts and all the stuff, the posters, all the good stuff. But I can't do it without the support. And if you don't personally, if you don't personally read comics, please share this video with your friends who do. If you already have a copy, once again, please share this with your friends that have it. And honestly, if you've got it, let them check it out. Maybe they'll enjoy it. I just need your help as the audience to get the word out about the product. So thank you for watching. I don't know what the wrestling content's going to be going forward. I still have so many ideas. Me and Josiah have big plans for the Wednesday night show, but I'm just afraid that WWE is going to keep striking. And I don't want to, every time I put an image up on the video, have to throw it out and say, well, it used to be there, and I know that you woulda, coulda, shoulda enjoyed it, but I can't have it. So I don't exactly have an answer right now for the way things are going to be. I just got to say that I'm thankful that the Adjustment Bureau hasn't came and struck, or whoever owns the intellectual property of the Adjustment Bureau, because that was like a thing that had a lot of visual help. So the channel may have to inevitably revert back to just me or me and friends talking, because I don't know what corporations are going to do. Like, I don't even know how or why they caught that I used more than 3 seconds worth of the Yeti and it hurt their feelings. But like I said, if you're here, if you've watched, thank you. Like I said, I know it's not a mistake, because you're here by choice, and I appreciate that. So thank you. And moving forward, I don't know how things will change. Maybe I'll just have to be more careful to keep things short visually. I don't know. But again, thank you. Please share with your friends. Tell them all about it. And we'll be back next time. In what way, I don't know. But the channel's not going away. I'm just got to figure out how to dodge the landmines. So, bye.